the complicated puzzle of communal sanitation. If there is something everyone agrees on, whether they're government officials, social organizations, researchers, or public health professionals, it's that everyone should have access to improved sanitation, irrespective of whether they are rich or poor, or whether they stay in rural areas or urban areas. Quality sanitation is a universal human right and a crucial component of public health and human dignity. Thankfully, we are making rapid strides in this area and toilets are being constructed across the country. But for thousands of citizens in India living in low-income urban communities, factors like lack of space or money, uncertainty about land ownership, and the possibility of moving or being evicted makes individual toilets an unviable option. So if we want to ensure that everyone has access to improved sanitation, community toilets are a necessary part of urban sanitation strategy. The issues faced in implementation of communal sanitation facilities are an example of how challenging providing good quality sanitation can be. These types of facilities are often badly managed, with most falling into rapid disrepair within a matter of a few months. When a user goes to use these facilities, they are faced with dark, smelly, and dirty spaces where water and electricity supply are unpredictable. There's often little option for safety or privacy and very few standards in place for operations. Given this, is it any surprise that going in the open would seem like a better option? In 2011, an ambitious attempt was initiated to see if a new sanitation solution could be created that would address the key problems of communal sanitation. While also being sustainable and scalable enough to inform the sanitation strategies of the cities across India. Using innovation, knowledge, and collaboration, we set out to achieve these objectives. This initiative was called Project Samman. Project Samman was set up in partnership with the municipal corporations of Bhubaneswar and Cuttack in the state of Odisha. Before the project began, only approximately 30% of households in surveyed slums had individual toilets. The rest either relied on shared facilities or would go in the open. Bhubaneswar, with its relatively open spaces and planned layout, Cuttack with narrow lanes and cramped infrastructure. Though only 30 kilometers away from one another, these twin cities provided a perfect opportunity to see if the model could work in two very different types of cities, representative of the range of cities found across India. Over the course of 8 years, the project constructed innovatively designed facilities, implemented a systematic community management framework, mobilized and educated users of these facilities, and conducted an impact evaluation of various behavior change strategies. We collaborated with a diverse range of stakeholders in order to work in each of these areas. A team of local municipal authorities and experts from diverse fields like behavior change, architecture, research, and technology worked together to create a model that would be locally grounded, accepted by potential users and local communities, and designed to accommodate large-scale implementation and monitoring. The first part of this was setting up a government partnership mechanism, with facilities and management directly linked to local municipalities. This enabled municipalities to provide grant funding to support operations and also facilitated grievance redressal. Detailed protocols have been created for facility operations, with training, monitoring, and auditing to help ensure compliance. A tablet-based MIS application for tracking of usage and user fees has been developed and deployed. We also implemented a hand-holding framework for building the capacity of communities to manage facilities and for engaging and educating facility users. Most facilities are still in good repair after 1 year of operations, with the managers and staff ensuring upkeep and maintenance. Taking both users' fees and government grant funding into account, almost 100% of Sammaan facilities are break-even or profitable within months after opening. We have faced numerous challenges and have had to adapt our approach to try to meet these, designing and streamlining the administrative processes related to construction and operations, finding the right strategies to mobilize communities at scale to support the project, managing relationships between a diverse set of stakeholders at different levels of implementation, and trying to understand the complexities of behavior change processes. While it has not been easy by any means, our richest insights have come from the challenges we have faced. The model was designed with knowledge sharing and replicability in mind so that parts of it can be taken and adapted to any context. Part of this knowledge sharing includes sharing what has worked well and also being honest about where the challenges lie and how to address them. We have captured all these years of insights and learning into a toolkit. The hope is that other governments and key stakeholders working in sanitation can draw from our experience to inform their own urban sanitation strategies. Project Sammaan has tried to understand and address multiple facets of the community sanitation puzzle. And while we have certainly made progress, there's still so much more to learn. A combination of innovation, knowledge of context, and rigorous testing will need to be applied in order to develop solutions that can truly ensure proper sanitation, well-being, and dignity for all. Project Sammaan is one step in this direction, but more people like you are required to build on this knowledge and find sustainable solutions for all contexts.